So many things are happening. We are in December. We're in a time of finishing up the year 2024. 2024 was a year of really delving deep within yourself and plunging up anything that you need to change within your life. It's your role of in the great dream of weaving Homo luminous, because we're all way showers. We are birthing Homo luminous on Pachamama right now. And it's a great honor for all of us to be here. It really is. So we're going to finish up this year by, I guess we're plunging up everything that we haven't plunged up from the whole year of what we have to look at so that we can transform to prepare us for the coming year ahead. Because in the West, it's not necessarily so. We celebrate the new year on January 1st. I often think that the beginning of the year is usually the spring equinox because that's the new beginnings. We always think of birth during the spring equinox and not necessarily it being in Aries, but it's the beginning when it's equal night and equal day where we are, this especially in the northern hemisphere. So yesterday we had a new moon. So new moon is often a time of new beginnings. And in Western astrology, tropical astrology, it was in Scorpio. In Vedic astrology, it was also Scorpio. But in True Sky astrology, it was in the sign of, God, I have it here. I might have a typo here. Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. That's why I read this wrong. I read my notes wrong. In Western, it was in Sagittarius. In Vedic, it was in Scorpio. And in True Sky, it was in Scorpio. So what does that mean? New beginnings. In Western astrology, we are finding our voice to bring forth our absolute truth. It's really what we believe in from our heart center. But taking that to a deeper level on the Vedic level, we are going into Scorpio and we have to dive deep within ourselves to find out what those truths are. So this new beginning is to bring forth your truths, expanding the ways that you can dwell deep into your psyche. Scorpio is about your psyche. It's about birthing. It's about birth and death. What do you want to birth and what part of you must no longer be? So ideally, you can spend time alone in nature to discover or uncover what is truly your most innermost self. Meditation is a good way for this. So this next 28-day period, if you wanted to do a challenge with you, it would be to go inside of yourself. Start a practice, starting within the next day or so, of how you want to go inside of yourself and find out where you are not being true to yourself. What is stopping you from that? And this is going to be a theme with everything that's happening tonight, or what's happening as we speak. We are finishing up, we're going deep within ourselves to find out what needs to be transformed so that we can go on and be solid in our foundations. Having a practice to tune into your inner rhythms. Maybe this is something you could do on a daily basis, being behind your eyes and getting into your rhythms. It would take about 5 minutes to do this. Being behind your eyes, getting into your heart, connecting with your solar plexus, connecting with the Pachamama, bringing her in experiencing her heartbeat so that you can find out more about who you really are. Right now, we're witnessing the world and really viewing our life experiences objectively. And the only way that we can do that is to bring our attention behind our eyes and pull our rhythms within ourselves. It's being the silent witness to what is really happening. And it's about how we communicate with people. It's being with nature, being behind your eyes and just being with it. It's not wanting it to be this way or that way, whether it's a snowstorm or whether it's a hurricane. You're sitting there and you're watching it. You're not wishing to change anything. You're interacting with it. And that's what this is all about. This new moon is being present with your truth so that you can transform that which needs to be changed. And since the new moon was yesterday, we have a couple days to put this into practice and start doing that. As we know that Mercury went retrograde, and it went retrograde in the sign of Ophiuchus. So that's happening. And then we have Mars going retrograde on this Friday. So I'm just bringing this up. This is kind of like what we're going to be talking about. And I'm sure many of you know that in Western astrology, Pluto just entered the sign of Aquarius. But in Vedic astrology, it's in Pluto's still in Capricorn, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. And in True Sky Astrology, Pluto's still in Sagittarius. Now, how can that be? Pluto is the planet of transformation. And being in Sag, we're still transforming our truths. Now, we blend this all together. We're still, with True Sky, what the reality is in this moment. We are transforming anything that is keeping us from our truth so that we can restructure our life so that we can move into the age of Aquarius, which is what Pluto is. Pluto is about birth, death, and transformation. It's about the phoenix dying. So anything that's not true to our soul must bite the dust so that we can restructure our life. And you're seeing this. Pluto is also a transpersonal planet, so it's affecting the collective.